What's going on, everybody? Long time no see, and I'm gonna keep it like that. But I'm back with another interview with one of my favorites. And today we have Darien from Bad Boys Club Season 8 from Gemini Films.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Siefyan. How are you? Am I saying that correctly?
What did you call me?
We're gonna say,
No, wait, say the
Si-
name again.
okay,
I'm not gonna hit
Si-
you.
Siefyan.
You said it. You're the only one that has said it correctly, but you said Siefyan.
No, I did it. I said Siefyan.
I heard that you said Siefyan. I mean, you said Siefyan. But the
Siefyan.
correct pronunciation is Siefyan, but I prefer Safion.
Siefyan.
But if
Okay.
you want to call me Siefyan, you can do that.
Okay. Whichever you prefer. Hold on. I'm trying to get this thing correctly. Kind of like, I don't know. Fuck this shit. I don't know. Whatever. Any case. All right. I'm ready.
I look good today.
You do. You
And
look
so do
good.
you. I'm just playing. No, you look good.
I look disgusting, but thank you.
Here you go. You one of those. Child. But I got you up here. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Let's get
I'm
it
not pleased
cracking.
about some things, but it's not really on your part. But that's for somebody
Let's
else.
let's get
But
it
I need
cracking.
answers so we can end this shit so people could stop being in the comments ripping you to shreds. This
Oh,
is
they
why I
are
got you up here.
tearing me to shreds, honey.
And I also wanted to
Tear,
get to know you for myself.
tearing me to shreds, honey, is an understatement. These motherfuckers are hating me.
That's what happens when you sign up for television.
It is what it is. What the fuck you gonna do?
But I also wanted to get to know you myself.
Yeah, of course. What's up?
So where are you from?
Buffalo, New York.
I'm from Albany, New York. We're cousins. We're right next to each other.
Ooh, you. I thought I was upstate. You right there. You at the what do you call that? The capital.
Yeah, I'm lower than you. So you're up in
No.
the upstate.
Oh, you are. No, no, no. I think
Albany's
no.
lower, but we're on the eastern north side. You're on the western
Gotcha.
side.
Sorry, my dog's barking.
I'm down here in the ghetto.
Oh yeah, you are more. You are. Yeah, you're down. You're further down.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
further down. But we still next door neighbors though.
Is that where you stay?
I'm from Albany,
Gotcha.
born and
Do you like
raised.
it?
I hate it. It's time for a different scenery. There's no opportunities up here. I'm
I mean,
I'm
you're only
fixing
like
to
what,
go
3 hours away from the city, right?
two hours, yeah, from New York City
You can always,
and New
go,
Jersey.
go travel there and see what's stuff out there.
Been there, done that.
You
Them
ain't like
hotels
it?
is too expensive. It's like 2 house mortgages. I'm not doing it. That's why you ain't see me for Pride if you was there.
I did not go to Pride. No.
I didn't. I'm right with you. I sat my ass in the house
Mm,
and
mm.
minding my business.
I was supposed to go, but I had too much shit to do, too much work. Couldn't make it.
You ain't really miss nothing, from what I heard. You ain't miss nothing.
My friends were out there. They told me about it, but I heard it
Okay.
was nothing crazy. Yeah,
So what's it like in Buffalo?
cold.
I know it snows a lot up there.
Yeah. Buffalo's all right. I mean, there ain't really much to say about it. It's like we're the second biggest city in New York State, obviously, aside from the city. So we're like, people think we're like rural, but we're really not. We're like sub, a suburban kind of city, I guess you could say. Something like that. Something like that.
Second biggest city in the state.
Aside from New York City, yes.
How are y'all the second biggest city in the state?
Because we're the second biggest city in the state. What do you mean?
Exactly what I mean. I must have missed that part. I mean, I don't
You
get out as
must have
much,
missed it.
so
Listen, honey, Google is fundamental, okay? It is your best friend. It is your best friend.
when it wants to be my best friend. I had another question for you. Do you
What's
know
up?
somebody named Paris?
Paris.
Last name Glenn. His real
Pirwin?
name is
Pirwin?
Perian. His,
Pirwin?
his real
Pirwin?
name is Perian.
Pirwin? Yes, I
Yeah,
know him.
I know
Yes.
him too. We did
How
a
do you know
song
him?
together.
Oh, that's so cute.
hmm
I gotta hear it.
It's on my
He's cool.
page. I could send it
We
to you. I got you.
we
One
knew
look.
each other. Well, we know each other, but I haven't spoken to that man in I don't know how long. It's been a long time, but we
He's
do
so
know each other.
sweet.
He is. He's a cool person.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Definitely doing this thing.
as he should. Didn't he move?
No, he's still in Buffalo. Last time I
He
talked to
he
him,
did move. He was in Cali, I think. He
he
must have
was in
came back.
Cali.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about
Last
that.
time I heard, I mean, I don't be keeping tabs on him, but the last time I heard he was.
So, what was it like growing up?
Oh, child, I'm not getting into this. I'm gonna get emotional. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I cry over everything, so I
That's
don't want
fine.
to
You
talk
don't have
about
to
it.
share if you don't feel like you don't want to
It,
share.
it was
You
it
can
was rough.
nitpick.
It was rough. I grew up very. It was rough for me, but I'm here now, and I'm not where I used to be. Let's just put it like that way. I made it something for myself, and now I'm here.
Okay, that's great. So, you're a model, correct?
I used to, not anymore.
What happened?
It was a pain to bills.
Mm,
Listen, and it's pressuring, like having to look good all the time, 25/7. It was too much, way too much.
yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't paying the bills. The photo shoots were cool, and I learned a lot out of it, but wasn't for me.
So, what can you say is your admiration in life, Miss Third Ward?
I was gonna say my admiration, like, is to be happy.
Uh-huh.
Nah. I don't know. I don't know. I aspire to just be great. That's it. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I feel like right now I'm at a point where I've like succeeded at some stuff, but at the same time, I'm not where I really want to be. So I really want to just elevate my real estate career and just keep going up and up and up. That's really where my mind is right now.
Oh, you do real estate. How's that going?
It's great. It's good. The Buffalo market is booming.
I'm great. Well, I may need to call you because I'm need some real estate down south. So
I can't sell down south, honey. I can sell anywhere in New York State though. So if you need a house in Albany, just let me know and I'll make a trip to Albany.
I am not trying to stay here.
Well, you're gonna have to find another real estate agent down south because I can't help you.
I got Telly. I call him. He's another
Yeah,
real
call
estate I
whoever
had up
Telly is.
here.
Call Telly. Call Telly. That's who you call.
I will. I'll call Tyrone while I'm at it too.
Call him too.
Wait. So how old are you?
24. I'll be 25 actually in 10 days. My birthday's on the 12th.
God, I'm a year older than you. I'm gonna be 50 before you if I make
Congratulations,
it.
dog. When's your birthday?
March 11th.
Ugh, Aries. No. Pisces.
What you
Pisces.
mean,
Ugh,
Aries and
even,
Pisces?
even worse.
Pisces are
Ugh,
not worse.
ciao.
Probably the niggas you be messing with, but I act like a Scorpio. I don't wear my
Oh,
heart on my
that's even
sleeve.
worse. Oh my God. You just keep getting worse and worse.
I'm a sweet person. I'm not no diabolical person.
Scorpios are disgusting.
Mm. But well, happy early birthday.
Thank you. Well, you can
Um,
actually say it on my birthday. So I'm gonna take this now, but on my birthday, if I don't hear from you, we ain't friends.
okay, well, I want the same in return because all y'all next year when I turn 26,
Okay, we talking about my birthday is coming up. Your birthday is next year.
I
So
know, but I just want the same in return because next year I'm gonna be
okay,
giving you
that's
the same
fine. But we'll
energy.
we'll discuss that when your birthday's 2 weeks away. Mine is, like I said, coming up. So just remember that.
You want a cookie?
I want multiple cookies actually.
Well, I'm not a sweets person, so okay, I'll see if I can
Yeah.
make that happen. I'll give you the ones
Yeah.
downstairs my mom made.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, so this production, Gemini Films, I've been
Hmm.
watching this for 10 years since I was
Okay.
15, watching all y'all beat the shit out of each other.
Oof.
Season 8 comes. We've had 7 seasons, past, come and gone.
Hmm.
Season 8 comes. You're on the cast. What made you want to get into reality television?
Um, Honestly, I had no like end game going into this. I really just wanted going there to have fun. That's all it was for me. Like I had no motive. I wasn't looking to build anything. I wasn't looking to get clout. Like there was nothing for me. I was really just going there to have fun, and I thought it would be something new to experience. So that's why I went.
Okay. So When you auditioned, did you really audition or did they call you and say, "Hey, I want you on the cast"?
I auditioned.
You auditioned and they just picked you?
I mean, who wouldn't?
You know what's
Why are you saying?
funny?
Wait. Why are you saying it as if I can't be picked? Like they just picked you? What do you mean? Of course they just picked me. Why wouldn't they?
There's nothing wrong with you being picked.
That was that. I sent some shade, but okay, go ahead.
I am not them type of people where I use the word shade. It's not in my vocabulary. I don't throw shade.
Hmm. Okay.
You know what's funny? Because I sent them one tape to season 8. I didn't even want to do it, but then they were like, "I'm just doing it." I'm like, fuck it. So I just did it for fun. I knew I wasn't gonna get picked. And then they sent me an email like, "Oh, hey, bad boy, we want you for da da da," and I never heard nothing. So somebody over in production's line,
But
I got
obviously,
emails. So, but
I don't know. I don't think it's like that. I mean, there obviously there was a bunch of people who auditioned, so there was a bunch of people to go through. I'm not saying that you weren't capable of being picked. I'm just saying, like, they had certain people they wanted. I don't know.
with some type of production, I feel like they have their certain picks and chooses of who they want, and I already kind of just see through all that. But I'm glad I didn't get picked because there was no way I was flying out to Houston and doing everything that y'all been doing. It looked fun, but I was just like, yeah,
Well,
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about it. I'm like,
it was
fuck it.
Dallas, but yeah, we were in Dallas, but it was what do you mean? We had a great time. What are you talking about?
No,
What
I'm
do you
saying
mean?
y'all had a great time, but there was other stuff that happened.
Like what?
We're gonna get into them. So,
Okay.
episode 1, what was it like coming into the house?
At first it was like nerve-wracking having all the cameras on you and stuff, but I got over it within like a few hours. It was like whatever. But it was cool. Like I think who the first person I met, Diego, I think. He was cool. And then obviously Alex and Jacob, I met them second, and like I still talk to them every day. I was just with them, so they're my boys. Everybody was cool. I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I expected people to be like trying to like pick on me because my personality and how I am, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't given that. Nobody did that. So it was cool though. I had a great time.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to ask you when you got the call that said you made it on the show. What was your reaction? Were you just like, "Oh shit, I made it," or were you like,
They didn't call me.
uh,
They actually did everything via email. They called me for like my phone interview, but when I got picked, it was through email. Um, and I don't know. I mean, I was excited. I was nervous. I was nervous. I was excited. I didn't know what to expect. So there were just um, how do you say that word? Plethora of emotions in one, and it was just like I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to really react.
okay. So I remember the first episode. A lot of people didn't get there. It was you, Diego, Jacob. I want to say D got there a little bit later. I know Vonnie was the last one to be coming in late,
The
but
first four were me, Diego, Jacob, and Alex. Me being the fourth person.
okay, all right. I forgot. This was so long ago. I've watched so many shows, so bear with me. But yeah, I now remember. So I remember Diego getting drunk and was kind of like wanting everybody like, come on guys, we gotta turn up, we gotta do this, we gotta do
Getting
that.
drunk is a fucking understatement. That motherfucker was fucked up off them four locos.
I bet. So what happened? Like what happened? What was the stuff that we didn't see?
He was just drinking a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. That's what it was. It wasn't really that night. I mean, they showed. I mean, obviously they showed him being drunk and everything. I don't think they just showed the how much he was getting drunk. Like he drank a lot. That's really it. But they didn't like take anything out or forget to add anything. He was just really drunk the entire time. And I think like the whole thing sparked because he was upset that we wouldn't get in the hot tub with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everything like kind of kicked off. But it wasn't like to any disrespect. I even told him I'll get in a hot tub with you later. I promise. I just didn't want to get in right now. I had just got there. It was hot outside.
I remember.
Um, and I was just like, I'm not doing that right now. Who gets in the hot tub during the day? Yeah, that's what it just wasn't something I wanted to do. But I didn't feel any type of way. I even said, if you want to go in there, do what you do. Like, you want to go in there butt naked, go ahead. But that's just not me.
Okay. So you guys go out and then you guys run into Bonnie.
Hmm.
Now that everybody's together, everybody, what was your first impressions of each boy?
Okay, so Diego, I'm gonna go by how I seen them.
Mhm.
Diego, I thought he was pretty cool at first. I liked the little cowboy thing he had going on. Um, Alex and Alex and Jacob, I instantly connected with them, so I just knew we were gonna be like besties. I loved them off rip. Justice, when I first met him, I thought he was a model because of how his fashion sense and everything was. So I thought he was pretty cool. Darius, obviously, I thought was really cute. And Vonnie, I thought he would be a problem, like I said on the show, because of his energy. But yeah,
Okay. So then you guys get back, and then a fight breaks out between D and Justice. What was your
they
reaction when it
fought
first
before
broke
we went to
out?
the club. They fought before we went to the club.
They did.
Yes.
See, there I go. Well, I'm sorry. What was your reaction to when they had fought?
Um, I was shocked. It wasn't even like a full. I don't think we were there for a full 5 hours yet. I don't know how much time that passed, but I was just like, I can't believe they're fighting already. Like when you're watching this on TV, you're thinking that this shit is like made up and staged and everything, but like no, they were really throwing hands for no reason in the first few hours. I was just like, this is insane. I was like, what did I sign up for? Oh my god.
So much for having fun.
I mean, I still had a great time. I had a great time. I watched shit. Anybody hit me, so I don't care.
Okay. So as the episodes went on, Diego and his drinking got a little bit more out of hand, and I remember Jacob constantly telling him like, you're being too pushy." And I remember when it got to a point where even you had stepped in, and then the whole house was just like, "Okay, we don't want to do things on your time. Like we just met each other. Like let us settle in." And he just kept going and going and going. So what was going through your mind at that time? And what was something that we didn't see that happened behind camera that could be make sense to fruition to anything that happened on camera to clear anything up for that situation?
The whole thing that was going through my mind was basically, I thought, like, honestly, I thought he was going to be the first one to get into it with somebody, like a fight, because of what he was doing and stuff. But I was just, I mean, I didn't really know what to think. I just was saying that he was drunk. I kept telling him that he was doing stuff because he was drunk, and that was really it. I mean, I wasn't gonna like get into an argument with him or anything over it. I just felt like he was drunk and doing too much. Um, sorry, what was the? And you said
What
what did
was
he?
something
There
that
wasn't
happened?
anything. There wasn't really anything that was seen. Like I said, it was just a bunch of more of his drinking that was off camera. But they're not going to just show a whole episode of him drinking. But he was just drinking a lot. That's it.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is this whole thing about
It's
Alex
freezing in my
being
house.
boring.
Hmm.
Alex is being boring. Alex is boring. Blah 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 blah. I got sick and tired of hearing about it, honestly.
You and me
So
both.
it just was a constant thing, like for the past 3 episodes. And then, what was going through your mind when you kept hearing Alex is boring, Alex is boring, Alex is boring? Like, what was going through your mind?
It was just annoying because it was just like Alex would talk to Darius, Jacob, and I because we were all cool, and it's like we none of us had opened up to the other group yet. I mean, I didn't. I can't. I'm going to speak for myself. I didn't open up to any of them yet either. But they felt the need to nitpick on Alex because they felt like I mean, they probably felt like he was the weaker target, whatever the case may be. That was going through my head. So that's why I had told Diego like, y'all picking on him, but y'all didn't pick on us. That was my whole thing.
You said that. I
Um,
remember that.
so it was just like that's what I was thinking in my head, but it was just annoying. I was so overhearing it. And I'm just a defensive person at heart. Like if I fuck with you and I care about you, I'm gonna defend you. So that was where I was standing. Even though we were only there for like a couple days at that point, it was just like I don't know, when you're in that house, you just build bonds quick, and that's just what happened. Um and yeah, that's what happened. So I felt the need to defend him because I fucked with him.
Okay, now I'm
And they
gonna
were
put
picking
it.
on him and they were picking on him for no reason.
Yeah, they were. I was kind of getting pissed off. I'm gonna put a pin in the duration of the time you guys were there because I got a question for that. So moving on, I remember Justice was actually no. This happened when you guys weren't there. There was an episode when the three of them got together. It was Diego, Justice, and Vonnie. They were plotting to get Alex out the house because he was boring. So I
Mhm.
remember it was, I don't want to put it all on one person. I don't know. I think it was all of their decision because they were writing back. And it looked like Vonnie was the one kind of gassing them up and they did the dirty work. And then Justice was the one who did it. And then Diego kind of fell back and so did Vonnie. But Vonnie kind of washed. And then when you guys
Well,
came back,
no. Vonnie's the one who wrote the note, so he initiated the entire thing. Are you talking about when they actually fought?
I was getting up to that. I'm talking about when they met up and they were like, "Oh, he's born. We should like kick him out or da da da."
Oh
That
yeah, so
part.
that's when they had the little luncheon and they were
Yeah, that part.
discussing us while we were discussing not them.
Yeah. So you guys get back to the house and then Justice for some reason. Actually, they just told him that he felt like he was born, and then I'm just like, we're like 3, 4 episodes in. Why are we still talking about him being born? And I was just thinking like if I was there, I would not be worrying about what the next person that I don't even know who I just met would be born. I
That was
did
my
not
I
get
was
that. I,
literally
I
I kept
literally,
saying that. I was like, why do y'all care about what this man is doing? I don't get it.
I was literally just like the whole like 3 episodes. Like, so Justice and Alex have a conversation, and then Justice starts to take his stuff, do whatever he did with it, basically just throw it around. What did he take? Like sheets? I remember he took sheets off the bed. I thought that was lame. And then he ends up fighting him and he ends up getting his ass whooped. Surprisingly. And I kind of knew Alex had it in him. I was like, watch. I remember I was like, watch this. And look what happened. And I remember after the fight, it was like a standoff. So when they were fighting, were you like shocked that Alex kind of like had it in him?
Um, I wasn't more. I wasn't more so shocked because I mean you don't mess with the quiet ones. I feel like the quiet ones are always the ones that just that do their big one. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like I was shocked that they were fighting. I was like I can't believe they're actually fighting over this man being quiet. That was my whole thing. Um, so yeah, I mean it was just a more of a shock factor that they were fighting, or not more so that he won.
Because I do remember there was one. I remember you were just like, well, "Why are you guys worried about him? Like, why do you care if he's not talking to you? If he's not talking to you, then stop. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
And then it's just like when they were fighting, and then it was like this standoff. I was kind of just waiting because they weren't kind of ganging up on him, but it was like everybody had the input each on that side, and then you were kind of the only one that was just like speaking. And I noticed Jacob was kind of in the back, just ready. So I'm just like,
No,
I
Jacob
was,
and I both like we both had Alex's back for sure.
yeah,
We weren't gonna let
yeah.
we weren't gonna let. I mean, not for nothing. Alec Justice and I weren't cool at the time. Like I love him now, but when I felt like he was getting the advantage, that's when I stepped in and broke it up. Because I mean, I'm not gonna watch people I fuck with like lose. I'm not gonna do that. So
Yeah, because I was just kind of just like waiting for like it to be a 3-on-3. Like somebody would got Vonnie, somebody would have gotten Justin, and somebody would have gotten Diego. And then I feel like
that's what I said.
you,
I was ready for somebody
you,
to step in,
Alex,
but they didn't.
Alex, Jacob, and D. I felt like it could have been like Alex set this one up
I
since
just
he
feel like,
fought, and
but
then it could have
I
been
don't
you.
feel like D was really like on the defense for Alex as much as me and Jacob were. Like D was kind of off to the side. Not saying that they weren't cool, but I'm just saying, you know, I don't think he was like even concerned about it so much as me and Jacob were.
Well, everybody's different, and some people are just like I just met these people. I don't know
Of
nothing
course, no,
like that. Everybody's no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
saying that he was at fault. I'm just saying I don't think he was concerned about it.
No, I don't think I'm not saying he's at fault, but I'm just saying because some people be like, oh, well, why didn't someone so do do do? I'm just like, people forget. But I have this question: how long were you guys there for? Like the whole duration of the time you guys were filming?
2 weeks.
Okay. Why did I think it was somebody said 7 days? Okay.
It was 2 weeks.
Okay. So Alex wasn't going anywhere.
No.
The fight, the drama sims down a little bit, and then it starts back up with D and Vonnie. And, you know, they get into it a couple times. And what was your reaction to that?
To which one?
The
The
first
first
one. It
one?
was so many. It was they got into it so many
Um,
times I lost count.
well, the first time they started, well, the first time when Darius had, came in the house and basically told Vonnie that he wanted him to leave and like start taking his shit off the bed, I told Darius that wasn't necessary, that he was looking like a bully, that he shouldn't do that. And that's when they stopped or whatever. And the second time they fought, well, the first time they actually fought, um, I didn't. So this was my first time seeing it when it aired on TV. That was my first time to really seeing the fight. I didn't see the fight prior to that, so I didn't know how it played out until I seen it on TV. So in my head, I thought Bonnie started the fight. Like I thought that Bonnie was the one that started it. And when I walked out of the room after they finished fighting, and he's saying that, "Oh, I beat his ass. I beat his ass." Me again being the person I am and thinking that he started the fight, I'm like, oh, like okay, now I felt like I needed to defend Darius. So that's why I was like, I went in the kitchen and I got
That was
crazy
when
or
you had
whatever.
your. That was when you started like talking. Like if anybody tries me, that 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 that.
Right.
Yeah, where did that
Right.
come from? Because I'm just like,
Well, it was just more so like I said, I really thought Bonnie started the fight. I didn't know Darius started the fight. I didn't know it played out the way it did.
okay, so you didn't.
So
I remember you
I
said
mean,
that
it
on
was really
live.
directed towards everybody, not for nothing. It was really directed. Well, I was cool with my peoples or whatever, but anybody could have got punched if they would have stepped to me. But really, more so, I was upset that I felt like Vonnie had started that with Darius, and I thought he touched his stuff, and there was a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, me being the person I am, I'm just a defensive person, and I defended Darius.
Well, that explains a lot because it looked like you were mostly aiming that towards Vonnie, and it looked like you just wanted to have a problem because someone that you have an interest in has a problem. That's what it looked like on camera. Now that you're
Right.
saying it now, and everybody can hear what he's saying, we can put this to rest, or you can just rewind it and believe what you want to believe.
Well, yeah, but
So
people are gonna believe what they want to believe regardless. And they already have. Like, I don't really get too invested too much into it because
I
I
don't
honestly
either.
don't care. I was there. I know what happened. I know how I felt in the moment. I experienced it. Like, you can't tell me who I am based off of 45-minute episode. You just can't. So I know myself and I know what my intentions were. So I mean, I can only stand by what I know.
Okay. Because I was just like, damn, why are you so mad for? You wasn't even there. But I'm just like, what? There has to be something more to that. I can't just. I'm learning to not try to judge off of what I see. That pisses me off. Even though I've been in similar situations like that, I'm like, let me just not say nothing because I'm not the type to go online and or go on live and just. I don't. You rarely see me. And, I'm just like, I'll just wait and have a conversation with him. Like, it probably could be a different story.
Yeah,
I'm glad you cleared it up. So now they can leave you alone. So,
they won't.
yeah, yeah,
Especially with what's to come, they definitely not gonna leave me alone.
yeah.
Oh, I'm not excited for it. Oh my god.
Well, what's to come? You don't have to snitch,
I
but
can't tell. I can't tell. Karan will kick my ass.
I'm not going to be upset with you, am I?
Why would you be upset with me? No,
So
no.
you're not involved. It's somebody else.
I mean, I am involved, but I don't think it's anybody anything I'll be upset with me about. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. The fans right now they're not my favorite, so I don't know how they're gonna go about this. So we'll see.
Well, the fans don't pay your bills, so it don't even matter.
Oh, I don't
But,
give a fuck. I don't care. I don't
girl,
give a
and it'll
fuck.
always
But
be in
I'm
them.
just saying,
It always be them Gemini Fields comments that they always got something to say, but when it's time to come to a reunion, they don't show up.
who?
the Gemini film, some people in the comments that just be going that be trolling and
Oh,
got a lot to
child.
say and
Even if
jump
they
up on the
did show up,
lives.
I'm not giving a fan some fucking free promo. I'm not
Bro,
gonna
I want
think
someone
I'm
to
gonna sit.
show up.
You think I'm gonna sit there and fight a fan at the reunion? I think the fuck not. That's what
I want
security's
someone
for.
to show up the next one I go to
Bitch, you
because
gonna
it's.
fight this? You gonna fight this Glock? That's what you gonna fight.
Oh yeah, I'm not fighting with my hands no more. I'm gonna just get a wrench or something and just have it do it for me. I'm done. Like the way this world is going, y'all take shit too far, and honestly, I'm just not.
Yeah,
So we get a new boy, Kenton. Did I say his name right? Kenton or
Kelton,
Kelton?
Kelton,
Kelton.
Kelton.
So, what was your first impression of Kelton?
Thought it was nice. Thought it was pretty cool. I don't really know what else to say about him. I thought he was pretty cool. Thought he was nice. Thought he was a different type of bad boy. Um, Not in a bad way. Like I thought he was just different. He definitely wasn't like just like me. Like I'm not rah rah and all that shit. You feel me? And he wasn't like that either. So I was like, oh, he's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I have to go back real quick. What was your reaction when Diego and Vonnie fought?
Well, I wasn't there. I didn't see that fight either. I came afterwards, but this is my first time seeing it on TV. Um, Shit, my reaction at first was like, I seen Diego's face all messed up. I seen Vonnie had a, whatever. And when I asked Vonnie, I was like, what happened with the fight? He was like, oh, I whooped his ass and, I did all this. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when I seen it on TV, I'm not saying that Vonnie lost. I'm not saying that anybody lost, but the way it was like described to me, I was expecting like a lot more. That's all. Um, so yeah, but I was just like, I can't believe they're fighting. They were like, I thought we were all just cool. That
Yeah,
I
I was
can't.
confused.
I was like, weren't y'all like the big three? I'm confused on why you're fighting each other. That was what I was thinking. So yeah.
I thought it was you.
One thing about like us four in the house, we never like got into it with each other ever. Like me in the house, me, Darius, Jacob, and Alex, we never got into it with each other. We were always cool.
You know what's funny? I thought when I seen the thumbnail before I watched it, I thought it was you and Vonnie. I'm like, oh shit. I knew that was gonna come. And then when I
Ciao.
find it, I was just like, oh, it's just Diego. But I'm like, wait, ain't y'all supposed to be friends? But then I'm like, I forgot it's 2023. Anything could flip. So
These
I'm just
bitches is
like,
flipping like flapjacks in that motherfucker, okay?
did anybody
They
cook
want
any
to.
pancakes in there? Speaking of,
I
like,
cooked every day in that bitch. Every day.
I knew you was a cooker. What you cook?
I made breakfast. Like I was making pancakes and like eggs, and I think Jalil asked me to make grits a few times. Like bacon, sausage, and then I made like chicken Alfredo one time. I made like this whole soul food meal, which I'm sure y'all see later on. I made a lot. I was
Let
cooking
me guess. Did the egg? Did you put like a little bit of that? Like, what are those leaves called?
parsley.
Carolina person. Yeah. Are you that
I
type
did
of
not put
person?
I did not put parsley only because we were very limited on our seasonings. We had to go to the grocery store whenever we wanted something, and who's gonna think to get parsley? Not me.
Good. So you cook like a real black person, like
Oh, I cook. Yeah,
bold arms, like you know how to stir the potato salad and all
listen,
that black
I'm
pepper and all
I'm
that.
black. I'm black. Okay. Yes.
Black and bougie, but I need that. Okay. I don't even care for the parsleys. I was just asking because I'm like, I wonder if he's the type to just do that little sprinkle thing like how some people do and make it
No.
pretty.
To make it look
I
pretty,
don't care
no,
about
no.
that.
I don't give a fuck
I'm
about the pretty shit.
hungry.
What it tastes like.
So do you prefer pork bacon? Do you prefer turkey bacon?
Pork. Turkey
Me
bacon is
too.
disgusting.
Okay, no. I prefer both, but I'm always on the
You're
pork
eating rubber.
side.
You're eating rubber.
How am I eating
Eventually.
rubber?
Because that's what turkey bacon is.
It's from a turkey though.
Yeah, rubber one.
We all gonna die someday.
That's what it tastes like to me.
So, what was your reaction like when Diego had to leave the house? Did you care? Did you not care? Like it was
No,
over
I didn't
mental
care.
health.
I didn't care at all. If I'm being completely honest, I did not care. Um, I didn't build a connection with Diego, so I didn't care. And I'm not saying that to be shady. Like I talked to Diego after the show. I don't have an issue with him, but I did not care that he was leaving.
Do you feel like he needed to leave?
Um, Yes, because of. I mean, I didn't care if he stayed or went, but I do feel like just based on what he said on the show, his mental health and shit, that he probably should have left. See, I didn't know anything about the mental health part. I didn't know he was battling stuff. Like, I didn't know that until I watched the show. He never had those conversations with me. Most of the time when I talked to him, he was always drunk. So it was just like I never really got to have like a heart to heart conversation with Diego ever. So I didn't know any of this stuff. And when now watching it back, it's like, okay, I look like an asshole when I confront him in the kitchen because it's like he has all these mental problems, and I didn't know that. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't know. I just know he was always drunk and starting stuff. So yeah.
Now here's my next question: do you feel like he was the only one that should leave, and not just base it off of the alcohol problem or mental, like all the problems resolving everyone in that house? Do you think that he should have been the only one to leave?
Well, I don't. I again, I don't. I don't. I didn't say he should have left. I didn't care whether he left or stayed. But um, I mean, in that moment, if somebody had to leave, I feel like he production made a good decision for him to go. That was
Well,
the
let me
right decision.
switch. Well, let me switch up that question. Do you feel like anybody else besides Diego should have left?
In that moment, no.
Okay. All right. So I want to switch gears a little bit. So I want to talk about you and D. So you and D have this like love bonding, like Thelma and Louise, Adam and Eve type of relationship. What was it about D that just made you feel so head over heels
Oh,
for him?
hold up, honey. I was not head over heels for D. Let's make that very clear. I thought he was an attractive guy, and I'm an attractive guy. I'm not, humbly said, of course. And I was single, and we were having fun. That's what it was. That's what it was for me. We were having fun as friends. I didn't. I was having fun. It may be perceived a certain way because, like I said, I am how I am, like with people I care about when I was defending him and I had his back and all this crap. But at the end of the day, we were friends. And not for nothing, if you would see me, I had Alex's back the same way. So, I mean, it has nothing to do with how I felt about him. It's just that's how I am as a person. But yeah, we were having fun. That's what it was for me. I was having fun, living my
Nigga,
best
you
little
could
life.
have fooled me because I'm like, go ahead, Darian. I'm like, go ahead, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Darien,
Oh,
Darien.
Darian, Darian. You said my name wrong first.
All right, my bad. You're
I'm
not
just
that
playing.
old.
So I'm like, all right, go ahead, Darian. Am I saying it right?
Darien, like Darien Lake.
Darian. I said,
Yes.
okay, go ahead, Darian. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I kind of,
I was having fun. Okay, I'm single. I can do what I want.
you
I
can. That's
was
why I
single.
said, go ahead.
Yeah. So who cares?
Now, were there a little, I can't bang this. My neighbor's gonna kill me.
No, we never had sex. Never. We never had sex. I never had sex with Darius. I never, ever.
Okay. Okay. So there were times when I've seen you guys sit outside and talk and get to know each other and all that stuff. How did that make you feel, like opening up to him or just to anybody in general in that house?
Um, when I open up, well, shit, I get really emotional because I'm just a crybaby. It's in my nature to cry. So, um, I don't know. Like, well, that's why even I said in my green screen when he left, and I was talking about how I talked about personal stuff with him. I got really emotional because of the personal stuff I talked about him. Not, I mean, I was really sad that he was leaving. Don't get me wrong, but in that moment, I was more so tearing up because of the personal shit that we had a conversation about. That's what it was. Um, but yeah, I mean, I got to know him. He got to know me, and yeah, we created a bond.
Okay. That was nice. I actually kind of like the bomb because it's just like, I like stuff that's refreshing. It doesn't have to be all about drama. It doesn't have to be all about this and the third. So I kind of like that. And I definitely like the outings that you guys did. You know how you guys were kind of, because we didn't really get to do that. Actually, we did, but that was like 10 years ago in season one and season two. After season two, it was just like nobody had no type of outings. They stayed in the damn house, you know? So for you guys to go out and have outings, it
Hey,
definitely brought back for me the nostalgia from what I was missing 10 years ago. I'm like, finally, some structure. They're getting out the house, they're going to the clubs, like. So now going back to the drama. We're almost done. This is like the fourth or fifth Ike and Tina clash with D and Vonnie. And the last one, you know, it got crazy over finding someone's phone.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I know.
They get into it.
It
You
was
guys break it up.
insane. It was
And
ridiculous.
then they keep going at it with each other. And then fast forward off screen, him and Kelton get into it. And we didn't see that. And I kind
Right.
of felt bad for Kelton because I don't know if he's a fighter or not, but I was just like, okay, D at this point, I'm okay, D's looking like a freaking bully. And I'm just like, what are you so mad about? Like, I get it, you guys don't like each other, but it's like everybody's different. I get it. But if he's the boy's looking for his phone and he's just like, oh, have you seen my phone? You could have probably seen it in the past, or you could have seen some phone. But it's just like it had to go that far. So I had to be a
No, it
whole beat
was did
down.
not have to go that far. And I literally told him that. I told him to stop many times. And I told him, I think my verbatim, I said, I told you to stop. It did not have to get like that. I literally said that.
I know. You were
But,
like, I told you to stop. And it didn't have to get like that. And you didn't stop.
okay, it's you trying to, it's you trying to mock me.
Oh, I
Shut
mock
the fuck
everybody. Have you
up.
seen the past videos I've done?
Listen, okay, we all know I'm an emotional gangster, all right? Let's not get it twisted.
So I can say that a lot of people feel like you coddle him in his
I
like
did. I was
you
being
do.
I definitely was, but again, in that moment, like my mind, regardless, I'm a defend my people in public, and I'm a correct them in private. And that's just how I am. So that's how I am in real life. That's me. Like I definitely told D he was wrong multiple times, whether or not it was on camera or not. I definitely told him he was wrong. And obviously, I wasn't. I don't understand what people want me to say. Like, yeah, I coddled him. So what? We were friends. I cared about him. I wasn't gonna be in his face screaming at him like a fucking lunatic, like Kelton was with Vonnie. That's insane.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do
I
that.
thought that was unnecessary. I'm
I'm
like,
not gonna talk to my people I
oh.
care about like that, like and embarrass them in public. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna do that. But I definitely told him he was wrong multiple times.
No, you did, and then I can sit here and say my hat goes to you because even if you felt some when you if or when you felt some type of way about Vonnie in that situations where you didn't care for him, you weren't the only one, but you were the one that put a little physically into like trying to stop them. Besides Kelton, some other people like you were telling him like stop, 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 and he kept going and going and going and going. So
But of
it's
course, people
not
aren't gonna
like
see that. They only see that
well, I
I'm
see
up his
that.
ass. I'm up his ass, or whatever you want to call it, boy.
I listen. I see everything. I call everything
No,
out. If
not
I
you. I'm just
no no
saying that
no. I
because the fans are in right now. They're you know what? I'm not gonna get into it. Just yeah.
well, I see everything, and I'm not the type to pick and choose who I want to call out based off of looks. Because let's be honest, we all not we all, but a lot of people and some pick and choose off of who looks good and who is the flyest or the who has clout versus between right and wrong. I'm on the side of what's right and wrong. I was not there. I'm watching
Right.
it, and I'm going by what I see. And
Right.
the viewers, we go by what we see.
Of course.
And it's just like, I know sometimes there could be constructive criticism and all that other stuff. Now, I knew how I felt, I felt how I felt, and that's just how I felt. But these questions that I ask is not, some of them is for me, but most of them is just for what the comments are saying so we can get some clarity because a lot of interviewers, they don't ask the right questions. They basically do their jobs trying to be friends. We getting to know each other, but I have to do my job at the same time. And I'm not messy
Of
if
course.
you pick that up because I'm not that type of person. How I am on here now is exactly how I am off camera.
Right.
I don't sit here and I don't just try to start mess. I'm asking you stuff that in order the best way that I can so what happens so we can all get an understanding. So That was unnecessary. And then D goes home, and you guys are sad about it.
I was distraught.
I know you were crying like a baby. Did you put on Keisha Cole that night?
You know what? I probably did. I think I cried to Adele. I'm just kidding.
What the hell? Her out of all people?
I love Adele. Don't ever. No, but I was sad. Like I was genuinely sad that he left. Like I was really, really sad, obviously. And like I said, I cry over everything, literally. And not to mention I was also drunk. But I literally cry over anything. Like the people who actually know me know that I'm a very emotional person. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very, very emotional. So yeah, I was
You're like
sad
the
for
LMA
sure.
type of person. If you listen to LMA, do you listen to
I
her?
do. I do listen to her.
If I had to choose who could break my heart, baby, it would be you. But I know that
Yeah.
night you probably were listening to, if I could probably guess, like,
Now after he left, um, that night, I think I really just me and Alex and Jacob talked about it for a little bit, and then I went to bed. Like I said, I was drunk. I was very drunk. There was a lot going on. There was just too much to process at once, and yeah.
my little love. But you playing that, I'm holding on, baby. Because, nigga, you got a lot to learn.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Let me tell you. That's actually a good song. Um, so we're all caught up with that. So I'm gonna ask you some future oh, I gotta ask this too. So one last thing, and I'm gonna leave off that topic. You wear your heart on your sleeve, you go hard for your people. I get that. There were times when I felt like D was kind of being a little disrespectful in the way he was talking to you guys, especially that one scene in the hot tub where he was coming at Vonnie and coming at Kelton, and then you were trying to calm him down in the most I'm looking for the word nicest way, and he was just kind of just like, well, don't do da. And I'm just thinking like, girl, he's trying to help you. He's not trying to attack you. And I'm like, Darian, if
Well,
you
I
go,
think it was more. I think he was just upset at at the whole thing. He wasn't upset at me. The energy was not directed towards me, obviously. Like as you've seen, as time went on in the hot tub, I was able to talk to him when they left. He wasn't upset with me, and also, I mean, I'm not the loudest speaker. Like if I'm screaming, you're obviously gonna hear what I'm saying, but I'm not the loudest talker. So I was definitely, talking back to him and saying what I had to say. It just you couldn't really hear what I was saying because I'm not a loud person unless I'm screaming. But also, like I said, he wasn't directing energy towards me. If I felt in any way he was, then I'm not gonna let anybody talk to me crazy or anything like that.
as
I
you
was just trying to
should.
calm him. I was just trying to calm him down. That's what my whole thing was.
Did you ever think like, I'm about to just stop calming him down because it's like if it turns left or if it just gets too crazy, I want to keep this peace. Did you ever feel like, what, let me just walk away this one time?
No. Anytime he got crazy, I always was trying to calm him down because I didn't think anybody else could. I feel like if anybody else were to calm him down, or anybody in the house would have calmed down, would have been me. I don't think anybody else would have been able to.
Okay.
So that's why I was the one to calm him down, or try to calm him down at least.
Okay. So what can we expect from you later on this season?
You're gonna have to. I don't know if I can or can't say. Karad will kill me. I a lot, honey, a lot.
Do you get drunk as hell and start
Oh, of course, I'm
running butt
always doing that.
naked with the
Child,
rest of them?
I'm not showing my goodies on camera now. I have class. Um,
Them cameras up above says something else.
excuse me. What do you
Rewind the
mean?
tape. Rewind the tape.
What did I do?
Production.
What did I do? That was okay.
It wasn't even just you.
Just because I
Okay.
kissed somebody, that don't make me classless. I'm not gonna show my
I didn't
ass and my
say
dick
I didn't say kissing.
on
I didn't say kissing.
my ass and my dick on camera. Wait, what did I do then?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, because I ain't do nothing crazy. Nothing that.
Oh, if I
Yeah,
find
I
out
ain't.
you sitting here talking about, oh, well, you just got to find out. I'm gonna find out. All of y'all. Ain't
It's gonna
just
be
you.
crazy. It's gonna be crazy because of shit that already transpired. That's why it's gonna be crazy. So when y'all see everything else, I'm like, wow.
I just hope it's not gonna be a Von everyone versus Vonnie, because then everybody's really gonna hate y'all, or at least everybody versus one person, because it don't have to be Vonnie.
It, it ain't. No, that ain't giving that.
Okay, great. So I'm ready for the crazy, because I personally don't like when everybody's just ganging up on one person, whether right or wrong. Unless they jump somebody and they just did it to be a bully, then that'd be a different story. But
Oh, but when they
um,
were ganging, not saying that you agree, but when they were ganging on Alex, it was just okay. Everybody
oh
was
no, that was not
all
okay
for
for
it.
me. If I had a, that was definitely not okay, and I was waiting for y'all to do something. I'm like, it's 3-3, so who's gonna hit first? But
I'm sure they knew. I think they knew better.
yeah, and it's just funny that and I like how y'all all had each other's backs, because some seasons ago and even last season, I felt like it was just some picks and chooses of who was gonna have who back and who was gonna fight who and this and the third. It's happened in like the past 4 or 5 different seasons. I'm just like, but I think I
No,
like
I
this
always
season.
had
Everybody kind of
us four
stood.
always had each other back in the house. And even after Darius left, well, me, Alex, and Jacob always had each other's back in the house, and I had Darius's back. Um, and whatever. But whenever everybody picked on Alex, me and Jacob always said something.
Okay, good, as you should, because he doesn't do anything. It's for people to just be on him like that.
No.
Especially when Justice, I wanted to come through the screen so bad when he did that. I was just like, somebody else snatch him up. All right, tag team, go. But
Oh, the rule said no jumping.
you ain't have, no, you ain't have to jump him. I don't do jumping. Oh no, I don't do that. You can give it like maybe 10 minutes and be like, all right, it's my turn. Um, but how did you do like the challenges? Because I know that they were doing challenges. You guys did a little spin the wheel on the thing, or you guys were spinning around. How was that?
Wait, which one?
It was one where you guys
Spin
did a
the-
challenge. You guys were racing, and then you guys were in the
Oh,
backyard. You had
gotcha.
your shirts off,
Well, I'm competitive,
bobbing
so
for
I'm going.
apples.
I'm going to win regardless. So, and that's what I did. I did my portion. Me and Alex did our thing. Unfortunately, Justice fell short,
What
and
was
that's
the
okay.
prize?
He was drunk, and that's okay. A bottle of champagne, and what else? I forgot what else they gave us. But it definitely was a bottle of champagne.
I would have been like, give me
Oh,
another check. I could buy my own damn champagne. Give me another check.
we had no, but you know what? It was just a fun activity. I don't. I'm not the type of person that expects something. I just don't. It was a fun thing to do. That's what it was.
I know. I'm like that too.
Yeah,
Now if
I
it
had a
was
good time.
Zeus, I would have gotten the ass. But so what can we expect for this reunion? What is Darien gonna go in
Say
as?
Darion one more time, and I'm gonna come to that screen and slap your ass because it's Darian.
Oh well, I'm gonna snatch that wig then, cause so what can we expect from Darien?
um, Chow, you can expect to see a side of me that y'all have not seen for real.
Okay, so I asked that because
Y'all got a brief little, um, example, but mm-mm,
yeah, I wanted to
that
ask
ain't.
the live that I entered the other night. What the hell happened? Like, how did you and Vonnie get to where y'all are now? Because that I wasn't really seeing that.
So we were never really cool throughout the durate, like throughout the show. We never really were cool at all. Like we talked here and there, of course, and we took photos and stuff together, but like we weren't like at a point where we just like we were cool. Like it wasn't a Jacob, Alex, and I thing. It wasn't like that. Like we just were cordial. We were never really cool. Um, so when we left or whatever after we filmed when we got home, he had reached out to me on Instagram, and he said that he wanted to be friends or whatever. Like he said that we really didn't have any real problem and all that. And I was like, you're right. Like we didn't have really real problems. So of course we can be friends. I don't care. So we started talking, and we were talking here and there, whatever the case may be. And I had made it very clear to him. I was like, listen, on the show, you may see stuff that I said about you on my green screen, but just remember, it was on the show. We had different opinions back then. We felt how we felt back then. It has nothing to do with how I feel now. And we both agreed that whatever happened on the show stayed in the show. We didn't care. He said that,
Mm-hmm.
I said that. It was a dead thing. So when the show started airing, I felt like the fans were starting to get to his head because he would like make subs on Instagram all the time on the stories. He would make edits and do all this dumb shit.
I'm sorry.
And he would make edits, do all this dumb shit, and I just feel like the fans were starting to get to his head, and he was like letting this show get to his head, and it's just like, bro, we literally just had this conversation. We both said we wouldn't get mad about anything that was said on the show, anything that was done on the show, because that was a few months ago. We didn't fuck with each other really that much. So of course I'm gonna have stuff to say. You're gonna have stuff to say. I didn't care, so why do you care? But again, like I said, he's letting the show get to his head. So I forgot which episode it was. I think episode 4 or 5. He blocked me on Instagram, and I noticed he blocked me on Instagram, and I had reached out to him via text, and I said, "You're a weird ass bitch, and you need to pick a side. Do you want to be friends or do you not?" And basically, he was just like, "Y'all were saying stuff about me that nobody ever said to my face, and all this shit." And I was like, "Vonnie, anything I had to say to you, I said to you on the show. If I was asked a question in the green screen that pertained to you, I was gonna give my honest answer. That's what it was. Obviously, you're not gonna know what I said in the green screen because it's the fucking green screen. I'm being asked questions. I'm gonna answer the questions. But anything I had to personally say to Vonnie on the show, I said it to him. I mean, we all seen that. I had no fear of anybody on that show. So it was just like nobody. I didn't get where he was trying to go with that. So that's what I told him. I was like, I said everything I had to say to you. Like anything that was said was said. He was just yapping, yapping, yapping. And that was the end of that through text. But then these after shows start coming on, and he has shit to say, and just I'm a lame ass bitch. He should have beat my ass in the kitchen, and so we're gonna have to see at the reunion.
So you said that you guys were never really cool. So were you saying that from what you just explained to me now, or was this like throughout the entire time you were in the house?
In the house, we weren't really cool. Like
How come is
after
that?
the show, because we didn't click. Or like I even said when he first got there, I thought he would be a problem. He came in on 10. He was doing a lot, so I felt like he would be a problem. I didn't feel like he was somebody I can get along with. So that's what it was. We just never got along. Not that no. I'm saying that incorrectly. It's not that we didn't get along. We just never clicked. That's just what it was. We just were cordial. That's it. We would speak
Have
to each
you
other in passing in the house. We would talk here and there, but it was never like a. We never had a one-on-one. It was never land like that.
have you tried to like at least have a conversation to like, all right, let me give it this one try, and then it was just like,
After
okay,
he blocked me,
no, before like in the house, like when you first met him, throughout up
I just
until
feel
this
like first
episode now.
impressions are everything, and he left a terrible first impression for me. So it wasn't like I said we didn't have any beef in the house. I just personally he wasn't somebody I can get down with. That's what it was.
Okay, so I heard a little bit of that live, and you basically were saying where you want to fight him, and everybody's saying like, oh,
He said he was going to beat my ass at the reunion. That's what he said.
that was on the
So
live, or was that in text messages?
he said that on the after show that he was going to beat my ass at the
Oh,
reunion.
I
Or
didn't
no,
hear
no, no,
that.
no, no, no. He said he should have beat my ass in the kitchen. That's what he said. He said he should beat my ass in the kitchen, and I'm a lame ass bitch. I'm a lint licker. All this shit. He was just going on and on and on. So we're gonna have to see.
Okay. So I want to say this
Like
real
Nakai
quick.
said, you got to show me.
On the car. So I want to say something about this because I feel like there's this game being played here, and I like Vonnie. Vonnie does give this sneaky kind of type of vibe. He's kind of like the Chucky of the franchise. You know when Chucky kills somebody and then he's like, or he laughs and chuckles about it. That's kind of what
It's
Vonnie does
exactly what
sometimes.
he throws stones and
How,
hide his hands. That's what he
however,
does.
however, I
I mean, there's
feel
a
like
reason why nobody on the show really gets along with Bonnie. You think we just all don't like Bonnie for no reason? No, it's because he, like I said, throws stones and hide his hands. He's a problem starter.
now, do you
And
feel like production had anything to do with telling y'all, or have they ever told y'all, or start anything like behind the scenes?
no, they never did anything with me. I don't. I have like no recollection of them ever doing anything with anybody else either.
So it
Um,
never crossed your mind that they could have told one of them on the other side to do the things that they've been doing, especially that thing with Justin.
no,
That not
because I think the drama was just so natural. So no, I don't think so.
okay. So
And I mean, not for nothing. I'm not saying they did, but even if they did, you have a choice not to do it. You don't have to do anything that you
You're
don't want to
right.
do. So regardless of the fact, if they told you to do it and you went to go do it, then you're the dumbass, not production. At the end of the day, they got a job to do. Like they might pick up on stuff and tell they might pick up on stuff and feed off of that for sure. But they never said, "Oh, go do that." Like go punch him in the face for no reason. Like that was never the case. No.
Well, D has said on a thing that he said that production set him up, set him and Vonnie like he didn't even want to fight Vonnie, but production set him up.
I don't think that was the case. They didn't get along. You've seen from the second episode when Vonnie came in, they didn't get along right there. They just never got along. They were never friends. They never were cool. They just he didn't like Vonnie, and that's what it was.
So was that just an excuse to use to get people off of his back? Because if that's the case, then
I
why would he?
don't I
Well,
don't
that's
know,
a question
child.
I gotta ask him.
That's a question for
So
him. I don't. I think that their drama was very natural and organic. They didn't like each other, and well, D didn't like him, and I mean, justifiably so. He came in there on 10. You can't tell people how to react to stuff when when a situation is coming at him like that. Like he came in negative, and that left a bad taste in D's mouth. He just didn't fuck with
mhm.
him from there. That's what it was. Do I think he took some stuff too far? Yes, but he didn't like him. So
Okay, so how do you feel about people saying that your season is just boring? Like you guys are just boring.
I think we're the best season by far. I think we're the most diverse cast out of everyone that he's casted in the prior seasons. Like none of us. I know a lot of people in the prior seasons. They knew each other and like they were from the same places and all that. Like we all came from different places. I was the only one from New York. Um, I know Justice and Darius are both from Georgia, but they are from different parts of Georgia. Bonnie's from Kentucky. Jacob and Alex are both from Dallas, but they're the only two. And then Diego's from New Mexico, I think. So it's just like we all came from different places, and I
Oh,
just feel
that's
like,
what you mean. Okay.
yeah. So that's why I'm saying like we're diverse. And I mean, like I said, back in the other seasons, they all knew each other, and they already all fucked with each other and shit. We didn't.
Yeah, that was so
We ain't.
annoying. Like now that I look back, that was annoying. I'm like, please give different people. So what I wanted to say was there's this game being played here, and I feel like when it comes to certain cast members, they will like to troll and they try to keep up with the narrative that's gonna make them. And I'm not saying that Bonnie's doing this, but I've seen this in the past where they try to keep up with the narrative sometimes to make it seem like it's something going on when it really isn't. Because if you feed into whatever BS he's doing online, it's just gonna make it seem like everybody's jealous of Vonnie, everybody's ganging up on Vonnie because of whatever, whatever, whatever. So, did it ever click in your mind, like, you know what? He's doing this to troll me. He's doing this trying to like make himself feel innocent. Let me not feed into it. Have you ever
Well,
thought
I
about
think
that?
after we had that one after show, after that last after show when we got into it, I think TTB, I was talking to them and he tried to get on and everything, and I was just like, I'm not doing the back and forth no more. I said what I had to say. He clearly just wants to continue, like you said, continue this on and keep going back and forth with me. And I don't know what he wants. He's just feeding off this shit. This is his life. He has nothing else to do with his life. So this is what he does for attention. So yeah, I was just like, I'm not saying anything else to him. I had nothing to say to him. Anything that is going to happen is going to happen when I see him. And that's
Okay.
that. Ain't going to
Now,
be
is it
no, and no,
would
no,
it be?
I'm
Is
not
there
doing that.
anybody else you would want to address at the reunion? You don't have to say their names besides Vonnie.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you feel about the host of the reunion? Like, how do you feel about the
I'm
host?
excited it's her actually. I loved her in her season. I hope she. My only thing is, I just not saying that her. I'm saying it, but anyway, I just hope that there's somebody biased and that they have their favorites. So they try to, whatever. Like it just needs to be very neutral. You need to be a host, regardless of how you feel. You have a job, and that's the host. It ain't gonna be no. Oh, I'm siding with this person because I like them type of thing. Like no, Be a host because I'm gonna call you out. Like, don't be fucking biased. Don't do that. You have a job. You're getting paid for it. Do your job.
Because I don't know if you've been watching these reunions. These hosts that they've been getting is just not doing it for me at all.
Yeah,
Like, not
like
doing it for me.
the host that hosted Bad Girls Club a lot. I don't know if I can say their name or not, but you know what I'm talking about.
Tanisha,
Allegedly, she was very. She was that person that you just said allegedly was very biased, and no, I don't like that. Like, you can't pick and choose. You have a job to do being a host, and you have to do that job. You can't pick and choose when somebody's right and wrong because you like them. If you're wrong, call it out and just stay neutral at the end of the day. Put your personal feelings aside when you're doing the job.
I was mostly talking about people from Zeus and other web reality shows. Like Chase and Dallas just had a past reunion, and I felt like the person that was hosting didn't need to host at all.
I didn't watch.
But
I didn't watch that show.
okay. So I've asked everything bad boy related, so I want to jump back into Darien. So what's next for Darien?
Oh, I don't even know. Shit, I take it day by day. I don't know. I just work a lot. I mean, what's next for me? It's not going to be anything Bad Boys Club related.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, and I'm not to say anything about anybody else. I have an actual life outside of this shit. Like, I have a career. I have shit that I have personally going on for myself. So Bad Boys Club is not my life. I don't sit on Instagram all day and on the internet all day talking about Bad Boys Club, fantasizing over Bad Boys Club, making edits about Bad Boys Club. I don't do that. I don't got time for that. I have an actual life and an actual job. So it ain't gonna be anything like this related. I don't know what's to come next with Gemini Films. Like, whatever happens, happens. But I can't. I don't really know what it's gonna be. But nothing is on my agenda related to that Boys Club.
You need to be on either the come up or chasing. I don't know if you watch Chasing, but
Chasing.
if
I
they
heard they
had a
get
New
ratchet
York
on there.
one, if they had a New York one, I'm signing the fuck up. I think you
As you
should too.
should. Ciao.
Because you use that platform as a
I don't
step
know.
and you move
I
forward.
don't know if I could really do this again. This is very challenging for my mental health, as you can see. So I'm just like, I don't know. These motherfuckers get crazy. And then not for
Well,
nothing, when you're on a show, like you start somewhere and people watch that show and then you go on to another show, and the people who are on that show might have seen you on that show and they might try to try you and shit. Like, I don't got time. Not that I'm hold up. Let's make it very clear. I'm not scared of nobody. I'll get down with anybody. But I'm just saying, like, who wants to deal with that if they don't have to? You see what I'm saying? People just be hating for no reason. So I don't know if I would do something like that again.
so
It
at
would
you
have to
know,
be. I don't know.
so you feel like this doing this show takes a mental toll on you? Like, do you get hate mail? Do you
Hell
get
yeah,
like
no, I don't get hate mail. I do have people like multiple people call my cell phone like all the time. Random
who's
people
calling your
call my
cell
cell phone.
phone?
I don't know, like because my number is private or public because of my job. So I've gotten multiple, penis pictures. I've gotten calls saying like they want to fight me. I've gotten
That's not cool.
I've gotten texts saying that they can I sell them feet pictures. I've gotten calls asking them to sell them a house. It's been people call me and text me all the time.
Please be careful with that because you never know if it's someone in your area and then they want you to do your job and then it ends up being something else if you catch my drift.
Oh no, I'm no no no. I'm very aware, and I keep that thing on me.
You
So
better, yeah, always keep it because I barely want to keep my email up there, but I got to, child, because business is business. So I asked everybody this. There has been so many web series shows for the past 10 years. We got Set It Off ATL, which just ended. We got multiple chasing shows, Chasing LA, Atlanta, Dallas, that come on New York, Bad Boys Club, that come up Atlanta, Real Hot Boys of Houston, On the Way Up Atlanta. Am I missing any one show? G Status, we don't know when that's coming back. They're actually doing LA. If they were to do an all stars to bring like let's say 12 or 14 boys together, trans, if you would have gotten a call say, hey, we want you to represent season 8 of the Would you be able to do an All Stars with everybody else from different shows?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Cause I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of different personalities. I was watching that Playboy shit the other day,
South
and
Central
on TV.
Playboys.
I was like, they are so fucking ratchet. Like they just in production be like, go hit him. Like, bro, what? What is wrong with y'all? Fighting for no reason. The man's hand was messed up and they were still making him fight. I said, bro, that is too
I
much.
would
I
have
would have
picked up
picked up
some.
something
I would have
else.
picked up a weapon. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how.
Cause what?
When you in a
How can
situation
I'm
like
gonna sit
that,
there and fight all day, like for no reason? People are just running up on me. Like that's insane.
not only that, it's the jumping too. Like, and when you just sitting there and your hand is messed up and you got all these people fighting, and it's a free for all. I'm getting a weapon, a glass, a knife, a vase, wrench. No, or I would have just left after that. But it's funny because I remember I
Yeah,
was telling
that's
Case.
crazy.
I don't know if you know. I was telling Case the other time. I was like, "Oh, we should do this show." He's like, "Why would we do it? It's ratchet." I'm like,
It's
"I
so
wouldn't do it."
ratchet. I could not. I would never go on that show, child. I would be in jail somewhere,
What about
killing
Zeus?
somebody. Mm, I feel like they do the same shit.
Yeah,
I feel like a
Zeus
lot of the
is.
drama is just for like it just doesn't seem natural to me on those shows. It just seems very forced for no reason. So I don't know. Like that's what I didn't want, and I can honestly say with this show, it was not like that, like at all.
Okay. Okay. Do I have any more questions for you?
Do you?
Mm. What type of music do you like besides Adele?
Lately, I've been listening to Gunna a lot. His new album. I've been listening to Black a lot because I love him.
Six Black.
Um, his name is Black, but yes, it's
I
spelled
call him
Six
Six
Black.
Black.
No, that's incorrect. But I've been listening to him a lot. Um, I don't know. I have like a very diverse taste in music. It's all over the place.
I know there's one song by Six Black. Do you know
His name is
Six
Black.
Block? I like Six Black. Do you know his song Glock Six?
Yes,
I like that song. And then you
I know
said,
all his songs.
I bet you do.
I do.
And do you know who did you say? You said somebody else. Who was the first? You said Gunna. That one song you did with Chris Brown. It go, I don't wanna be alone. No more second
I've never
chances.
heard
I
that
don't.
song.
You never heard that song by Gunna and Chris Brown?
His new album that just came out, I've been listening to a
Oh,
lot. I haven't heard much of his prior music. Oh, I also been listening to Don Toliver's new album a lot. His album's really good.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
But you said
he's
Don
good.
Tolliver.
Hmm.
I've seen that
Oh,
name
and Brent
before.
Fayez. I've listened to him a
I
lot.
know
I
Brent
listen, like I said, I listen to
Fayez.
everybody. I listen to literally everybody. I've been listening to Harry Styles. I've been listening to
As it was.
no, that's not his only song. His whole album is good.
That's the only song
I've
I
been
know by
listening. I've been listening to damn, I've listened to so many people. I've listened to Janae Aiko a lot. Um, yeah, I don't know. It depends on my vibe. Like when I'm in the gym, depends on whatever I'm feeling at that day.
I'm like that too. I'm a Summer Walker, SZA. Some days I'm Keisha Cole.
I like SZA a lot.
Some days I'm
Summer
Beyonce.
Walker,
Some
yeah.
days I'm Destiny's Child. Some day I'm just
Okay,
all over the
yeah.
place.
So the basic, yeah.
It's like whatever I'm in the mood for or I'm feeling, I just put it on. And music really
You must be
helps.
always in the mood for a basic song because Beyonce is very, very typical. Keisha Cole, very
Oh,
typical.
not too much on her. Now we gonna have a problem. You coming for the Queen Bee?
I forgot y'all beehives, y'all bees in the hive are ridiculous. Y'all
I'm a
motherfuckers
different
will
type
ride
of
for that.
hive. I'll sting you, but
She's just a human. Remember that. Another human.
oh, I'm not obsessed with her. A little bit, but I'm
Hmm.
not. I remember all these. Let me tell you something. These celebrities and all these public figures, you'll be surprised when I be around them. If or
Oh, my bad. Oh, you got connects like that?
well, I ain't gonna say it like that. Okay, because I don't fuck with nobody. But I'm
Okay,
to
period,
myself.
as you
I
should.
ain't nobody. I'm
As you
nobody
should.
special. I'm just like you. I bleed the same. I'm so down to earth.
As we all do. As you should be.
Hmm.
Life's too short to be trying to be like a stuck up piece of shit.
And somebody that you're not and trying to be down. And
Yeah, I hate those type of people.
you and me both. Anyway, I had fun asking you all these questions and torturing you. You were everything I thought you would be.
Oh, is that good or bad?
It's a good thing.
Why? What you thought? What you thought I was gonna be? And what did you really think? What did you think and what did you like what's the word I'm looking for? What did you like engage from all
Sweet and
this?
sour, the cherry kind.
Oh my god. I get that a lot. But I'm really sweet. I'm mostly sweet than I am sour. Just don't get on my bad side.
I'm the same way.
You're a Pisces, that's the water sign.
And your birthday is in a couple of days, and it'll be July. So you're a Cancer. Yeah, I gotta run through that Beyonce song. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Cancers are
Cancer, you
Cancers
know.
are emotional. Cancers are really emotional. So you're
Very.
not lying about that.
All I do is cry, child. I'll stub my toe and I'll cry.
I'm not
It's so
gonna
bad.
cry.
I'm not
It's
even.
not the
It's really
time.
not. It's really bad how much I cry because I'm not even exaggerating. Like I cry a lot.
Mm. I hope you're a cute choir.
Shit, looking back at that episode, I didn't think so. I was like, ooh, child. They got my bad angle. They should have put the camera on the other side.
Got you.
They ain't get the right angle on me there. I was like, oh shit.
Mhm. I actually have fun talking to you.
Thank you. I had fun too. This was cool.
I'm glad. I'm glad we got everything out on the table and I don't have to be cringed
Put it on
again.
the flow. Put it on the motherfucking flow. Of
I thank you so much for taking the time to come up and talk to me.
course. That's my pleasure. Thank you for
Hmm.
having me.
You're welcome. Where can we follow you on Instagram?
Mulatto Prince underscore. That's MULATTO PRINCE because somebody got it wrong on the flyer. But yeah,
Who
Mulatto
got it
Prince
wrong on the
underscore.
flyer? That's probably why you ain't
Siefyan.
posted.
Siefyan. I posted it today, even when you did it wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for that.
I did.
But thank you so much for talking to me. I will be staying in touch with you.
Of
I will be
course.
checking
You're
up
very
on
welcome.
you. I'm not going to hit you up and get on and curse you out if I see something I don't like, because it's just a show. I'm not that type of person.
You can be a big one. It's okay. I can take criticism.
No, I'm not like that. Darian, I'm talking to right now
Call
is
me Darian one more
Darian.
time.
Darian, my bad. Darian that I'm talking to right now. That Darien over there is that Darien over there. This Darien that I'm getting to
Right.
know now, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, people see what they see on the camera, but I know myself. I don't give a fuck what these people say in the comments. I could literally care less. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, it's so I really don't give a fuck. Like,
I
I
feel like at the
can't.
reunion, you should, if someone says some bullshit, you should just be like this the whole time, and then just be like,
I mean, to the crowd. Oh, child.
no, to
Hmm.
anybody, cast members, crowd, it's like,
Child been doing a lot more than put my middle finger up. I can tell you that.
I can't wait to see that. Like, I want to see what he's gonna be about. Like, all right, Darian, show
You don't
me.
have to. You don't have to find out.
Just make sure the wigs is laced down tight, because someone got
I'm
their
not
wig
worried.
snatched the last reunion, so I was there for
I'm
that.
not worried. I'm not worried.
Okay. Because the last one, she got her wig snatched, and I made fun of her about it.
Who got the wig snatched?
Case, I know I'm gonna get a phone call later on, but
He didn't have a wig on.
I know. But do rags are like wigs for boys, so I'm like,
Oh,
no. Like right now,
nah.
I got an
I'm coming.
invisible
I'm
50
coming
inch right
sitting
now,
pretty.
wavy.
I'm coming sitting pretty. And you know when it's time to get down,
Can you please just
it's
try to be
coming
the bigger
off.
person first, though, and then just set shit off? At least try to be a bigger person. At
No,
least it's one time.
I've been the bigger person the entire season. I was the mediator. I was the peacemaker. I was the nice one. Ain't none of that no more. Y'all wanted to see this? This is what y'all gonna see. You should beat my ass in that kitchen? Okay, we gonna see.
Oh shit! Well, I tried. I just hope it doesn't become a gang-a-thon on him, even though he is Vonnie. I just hope it doesn't become
I'm not.
everybody
I
just
don't
jump
give a
on
fuck
him.
about. I don't give a fuck what anybody. But the thing is, though, you have to understand that Bonnie has made comments about everybody on the cast, so everyone's gonna address him. He goes on live and talks hella shit about multiple people. So if multiple people address him, it's not because we're picking on him. It's because he's talking shit and they're addressing it. Don't say something and then when the shit is coming back to you, it's like, oh my god, no, 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 bitch, you said it. Stand on it.
I guess I gotta get Vonnie up here.
Maybe you should.
I'm gonna try to fix this with the little left engine I have. A lot left. I'm gonna try.
Ain't nothing to fix, honey. Ain't nothing to fix.
Wait, the
I
reunion's in
made up
two
my
weeks.
mind.
Yeah, I probably can't fix it.
I made up my mind. I already know what I'm about to do. I already know how I'm going about it. I'm done being a bigger person. These motherfuckers gonna keep testing my patience and trying me.
But
You're
from
gonna
what you
see.
say, he ain't the only one. So I'm like, okay.
You're gonna have to find out.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go. Okay.
It
Thank you.
was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for having
You'll
me.
hear from me
You're
very
more than,
soon.
you're more than welcome to reach out to me via Instagram, text. You have my cell phone number. I'm gonna give you permission, not nobody else. Don't start calling and texting me. It's weird and it's scary.
Call and text you. Who's gonna be doing that?
I told you, people be taking my number off Instagram and doing that dumb shit. They're weird.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go get some food and I'm gonna watch some TV. Probably play Grand
All right.
GTA. Bye, Darien. See
Enjoy
you
the rest of your
soon.
night.
I
Bye.
will talk to you soon.